Hello, friends. Hello, loves. Who's ready for day 10 of our 30-day journal writing challenge? Me. Today's challenge is all about facing the music, exploring the way that music has played a role in our growth. And I really love music. I feel like music is very powerful for all of us because we can always think of a song and it will remind us of a time in our lives. And so when I was thinking about today's challenge and I was thinking about growth, music came to mind as something that was so essential to how we've developed over time. So let's explore that. Music has a way of touching us, understanding us, and healing our souls like nothing else. Today, we will explore how music can help us to understand our growth. This understanding can help fuel our creativity, and empower our individuality. Right? You can tell a lot about a person from the music that they listen to. You can tell a lot about someone's interests, maybe their style even, by the kind of music they listen to. You can tell maybe where someone's like country of origin is by the way that the music that they listen to. So music is sort of like an introduction to someone's spirit or soul. And it can tell you a lot, if you look back on it, about your own development. When we understand our individuality and what makes us unique, we can grow more authentically. I think the truth about growth is that when we grow, we want to go from a person who is, told what to do, does what other people say we should do, who lives by other people's approval, to someone who is authentically ourselves. And as children, right, we are authentically ourselves. And I think what starts to happen is as we get older in society, we're told, oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you can't do this because you have to get a real job, or you have to, all of these societal expectations about who we're supposed to be. We kind of lose sight of our uniqueness, our authenticity, our individuality. But when we look at music, when we listen to music, when we think about the kinds of music that really touches our spirit, we can get an idea of who we are. So, for today's challenge, as always, I'd like for you to ASWG, always start with gratitude. Choose 3 things at the top of your journal entry today to write out that you're grateful for and why you're grateful for those 3 things. And then I want you to think about this. I'm going to read this to you. I really want you to think about this. Music plays an instrumental role in who we are and how we think. The music we listen to over time can take us like a time capsule back to specific times, moments, and experiences in our lives. Music can also indicate how much we've grown. I want you to really think about this sentence. Music can really indicate how much we've grown. And so, thinking about that sentence, of course, we do our AQFR, ask a question for reflection. And we're going to go through this musical time capsule journey today and really explore how music has impacted our growth by reflecting on the following questions. 1, what was your favorite song as a child? Right? So like when you were in elementary school, what was your favorite song? And I know for some of us, you might say, Julia, I have so many favorite songs. Like, it's hard to choose one. But I want you to really think, what's one song that comes to mind that was your favorite when you were in elementary school, when you were in kindergarten, when you were in second grade? I want you to write down that song and then write down a lyric that you remember from that song, okay? The second question in our time capsule is, what was your favorite song as a teenager? What was your favorite song as a teenager? So that could be when you were in 8th grade, in middle school, or in high school, and write down a lyric that inspires you from that song. Okay? And I know it's a lot of songs to go through, but I really want you to think about one that stands out, whatever the first one is that comes to mind. And then, what is your favorite song currently? And when I say currently, I mean your adulthood, right? So like your 20s, your 30s, I don't know how old you are. But in your adulthood, what kind of solidifies for you when you started to feel like, I'm grown, I'm an adult now? Think about that, write that song down, and then write down a lyric from that song that truly inspires you. And after you do that, I'd like you to do the following, okay? Today, listen to each song and reflect in your journal on where you were, how you felt at that time, and how you feel now listening to it. What is the growth you've experienced through that song, right? So for each song, I want you to listen to it, think about how you felt at that time, what you were going through at that time, and then how do you feel now listening to the song, and how have you grown through that song? How have you noticed that you've grown, improved for the better, right? How have you noticed that things have changed for you? Were you someone maybe before who had a temper as a child, and now you notice when you listen to that song, you feel more relaxed, you feel more calm. You can see how that song, takes you to a different place now. Really explore that growth today, because I guarantee you, when you do that, when you're able to connect to music, when you're able to connect to how music has affected your soul, you can better understand yourself authentically and really tap in to who you are. So take some time to listen to music today and reflect. And I chose some lyrics for myself that came to mind when I was doing this activity for you. And the first one is, and I know you remember this movie, I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Right? That song is a big part of my childhood, because I was in love with the movie Sister Act 2 with Lauryn Hill, and I remember when they sang that song. It was just like a powerful memory for me, and I always just remember that song because it inspires me to remember that just like all birds are taken care of, we are taken care of and watched over too. And then I was reflecting on like when I was growing, when I was evolving, and when I first had a perm and then I cut my hair out of the perm. And the song that came to me is, I am not my hair, I am not the skin, I am the soul that lives within. And that song is I'm Not My Hair by India Ari. And when I reflect on that song, I just think about how I had a perception of myself when I was younger about how I was supposed to look, what kinds of clothes I was supposed to wear, what I was supposed to do with my life. And the first time that I did like a big chop and I took all my hair off and I had short hair again, I felt back to my childhood self, and it also just reminded me to be authentic and be my true self. So that song really inspired me. So I'm so excited for you to do this challenge. As always, if you want to share it with me, you can tag me at Julia Speaks Love. If you would like to connect with our journal writing community, with all the other people who are doing this challenge, you can put the hashtag in your post, Julia Journal Challenge. And as always, if you'd like to have a one-on-one conversation with me, ask me any questions about the challenge, share your challenge with me directly, you can send me a DM. I send you so much love and positive vibes. It's a Friday. Happy Friday. Enjoy your day. And let the music speak to your soul. Have a beautiful day. Bye.